It's happening more often.
Hello everyone, this is Cher from Cher and Charlie's Personal Crafts. I hope you are all doing fine. I'm on here tonight because I wanted to do something a little bit different. Usually I have a plan, like most people that come on here to do a craft. But as you know, when I am off, and I'm not on for a few days, I'm still crafting in between, you know, my regular activities or in between me feeling terrible. I sit on my sofa like I am right now and I'll just craft. I'm sorry, I had to put some chewing gum in my mouth because I'm feeling a little bit nervous tonight. I don't know why. Anyway, so I decided that tonight I am going to do what I typically do on one of my days of crafting, and I am going to do, I have a little plan in my mind, but nothing solid, just a little thought in my mind because my daughter really liked the shamrock little thing that I made. I'll put a picture up right now, and a couple other people mentioned that they liked it. So I told my daughter I'll make her one, but I don't have any little tiny wreath forms. Actually, these are the ears off of, I had it like a bunny rabbit. I had the bunny rabbit face. Let's see how it goes. Well, actually the bunny rabbit bottom I already used a long time ago for a wreath. And then the center part of the bunny I used to make that little shamrock thing that I just showed you a picture of. So these are the ears, and I don't think I could do much with these. I cut them off of the little centerpiece of the rabbit. Sorry, bunny. Anyway, but so we're going to do let's see, how do I say this? A DIY, let's see, what shall we call it? How about a random DIY? Just randomly make one, because that's typically what I do, unless, you know, I have an order for a wreath or whatever. Before I get started, instead of rambling on like I always do, I want to show you that I got some friend mail today from my dear friend Debbie Baran. And I thought, oh my goodness, what in the world did she send me? And I opened up this adorable little card. I know Debbie made this. Cute little teacups, coffee cups on there, and it has, she must have wrote this on a computer or something. It's really neat. I love this. It says, Cheryl, I saw this and immediately thought of you and had to get it. Hope it makes you smile. Love you, Debbie. This and that with Debbie Jean. So watch her channel. She's super sweet lady. She also put this in here, and send a message to place your order and inquiry. I guess they're all different websites or YouTube channels. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask Debbie. But anyway, I love the little card. And she sent me this fashion jewelry. And it has this really cool string. And on the end is an owl. Is that beautiful? And also, I think this is a camera with a little pearl. Let me see if you can see that. It looks to me like it's a little camera. Isn't that adorable? Anyway, Debbie knows that I love owls because my father passed away about 5-6 years ago now. Let me see. Oh my God, 7 years ago, my father died. His name was Al. And as you know, I lost my mother really young, so I never had a mother. And so I really love my father. He was a different kind of a guy. He kind of reminds me of myself. He's kind of a loner. And but he would do anything for anyone. He lived very simply. He had a very simple life. Didn't want a lot. He loved to hunt. He never met anyone that he wanted to marry. And it didn't make me very, oh gosh, let me take this off. I was doing my laundry, so you have to wear your mask when you're doing laundry. And I really love this, Debbie. I'm trying to make sure it's on the right way. Let me turn this around. Okay, I put it on. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. Thank you so much. And by the way, Debbie, I don't know if you know this. If this is a camera, and I believe it is, I was into photography for a long time. Nothing professional. I just love taking pictures. So this is really something. I love it. Thank you so much, and I'm going to wear it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to do a random DIY. I had a tiny bit of thought in my mind about what I'm going to do. Nothing major. I'm going to show you how I make a craft, if that makes sense. Just kind of wing it. Just go for it and see what comes out. And I'm not kidding you. I have the little shamrocks. I've cut out some. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm going to try to make my daughter something similar to what I have on the door. So also I was thinking we could also call it Wing It DIY. Before we get started, I wanted to show you this. I'm sure you saw a picture of it on my last video. This was an old piece of wood that I believe years ago, I think it was Kim Loves Artie sent me this. It had something else on it, and it was kind of beat up, so I painted it chalkboard paint, and I put these little stars and moons. I wanted something that would kind of last for a long time, and kind of generalized design. And I write on it once a week. So this week we're going to put Happy St. Patty's Day. So I have my chalk here, and I put this on my door. So thank you, Kim. And you know, I want this for all seasons, and I love it. And the moons and the stars, they're on there permanently. And I always have chalk. I hope I spelled that right. Patty's Day. And then I just added a lavender ribbon, and it's sticking. Okay. So there we have it. So I'll put it on my door later this evening. I just finished my laundry. So I have here some trash bags for my trash that I'm gonna, I just found another one of these I may use for this craft. And my trash can and everything I need for this craft. Now, this is a Wing It DIY, and this is the kind of thing I do when no one's around. So hopefully you can see my mess. Decided because I don't have any round wreath form like I used that little piece of the rabbit that I was going to try to use. I have 4 sticks left, popsicle sticks. They're the middle size ones. So the first thing I'm going to do, got the hot glue gun on, is we're going to hot glue these together in a square. Try to get it as even as I can. As you know me, I'm not perfect. Okay, so after I do this, I'll be back. Okay, so I just hot glued the 4 popsicle pieces that I have left together. Simple, okay? Simple so far. Okay, now my next step, I want to step by step show you how I end up with my crazy crafts. I'm going to paint this green. This is a jungle green, and I'm running out of paint, so I added a little bit of water to it. I am running out of a lot of important things for crafting, and I gotta get over to Michael's and get things. So I'm going to paint this the jungle green. I do have a lot of this green here. It's acrylic folk art. And what color is it? Wild Wasabi. So I have that, but I really wanted this to be the darker green. So I'm going to paint this and hope that I don't run out, or I'm going to have to mix it with something, and I'll be back. Okay, hi everyone. This is going to be a little bit stop and start, but I painted this. It has some glue here. And I'm going to do a second coat, but I'm going to let it dry a little bit before I come back. Mind you, as I said before, this is a DIY random one of Cher's crafts, Cher and Charlie's crafts. So this is what I do when no one's around. I just play around until I come up with something unique and nice, and this is going to be for my daughter, since I don't have a wreath form or anything like that. I have one, but it's an order that I'm working on for spring. So let's let this dry a little, and I'll put a second coat and we'll go to the next step. Okay, this is still drying. I just put a second coat on it. It's just a square, 4 pieces of the popsicle sticks, and I just put the second coat. While that's drying, if you would like to do this craft, and you can make as many or as little as you want. I got a little bit of bling here, and you can cut out as many as you want for this project, but I've got several, 1, 2, 3, and sizes, shapes, whatever you want. 4-leaf, 3-leaf clovers. I have both. I have a little bit of bling here, a little bit of bling there. So I'm going to cut out however many you want. I drew my little clover, and we're going to cut this out. And after we cut them out, then we paint them. Now, you can use any color green that you want. That's up to you. But I have 2 colors of green, and one I'm running out of, so I just pretty much almost finished up this green, which I really love, and I'm going to get some more when I get to Walmart. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. But I think with a little bit of water, I can probably get a little more paint out of it. So I'm going to cut this little clover out. And if you want, you can watch how I do it. I just be real careful. And believe me, I do not have the best scissors. I just kind of go in there with little angles and pick out the little pieces a little at a time. I like to cut it as small as I can so that I can get into the grooves easier. See what I mean? So now I can get into those little grooves. It's easier to cut out bigger clover than the smaller pieces. Cut this out. Okay, I'm going to cut this out and I'll be back. Okay, now that we have our little fellas cut out, I'm going to paint them. And because I have more of the light paint, that's the color I'm going to use. So you can paint them any color green that you want if you do this project. And I have my bling out here, because you know me, I like a little bling with my projects. These little guys probably need, since it's cardboard, about 2 coats of paint. And this is a lighter shade of green, so this is definitely going to need more than 1 coat. Okay, so now, while that little guy's drying, and this is drying, our base, what I'm going to do is we're going to put a little bling on our... Let's move this out of the way and move our clovers over towards me to work. Usually when I do my random crafting, I call it, I normally am sitting over at the couch Let me move you over here so you can see a little better. Unfortunately, I don't have an overhead. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you get your glue gun and decide what design you wanna put on your clover. So I'm gonna use a little bit. I should have had something underneath this. I'll do that after so that I can save my glitter. Just sprinkle it with a little bit of glitter till it dries. I'm gonna go get a plate. I'll be back. Okay, I'll shake this out. And you got your little bling. So I'm going to do it around the edges of it. Going till we get to the end. Like I say, you can do any design you want. I'm going to switch it up a little bit with my bling. Put a little bit of this, like I'll change the design a little bit as I go with some of the other ones. So this is going to be for my daughter. I'm out of this one. Okay, and then after it, shake it a little bit and let it dry till it dries. I can add that right back into the bottle. Tap it a little bit. This is a nice thick cardboard. You don't want it too thin. And you've got your little beautiful clover and a little bit of bling. All right, so we'll do the rest in different designs. I'll set that aside. This I'm going to shake and put it right back into this little bottle. Okay, put this back. And now I'm going to do the rest. And like I said, you can do any little designs you want. And I'll be back. Okay, now I did another one. I'll show you. So I decided I have some paint pens that I ordered about 6 months ago. I thought they were artesian, but they're not. They're Artistro. So I thought, oh, I'll do a little decorating to save my bling and use the pens. So let's give that a shot. I thought I would put my daughter's name and my grandson's name on a couple of the little, so I'm going to use this color pen, and I'm going to put, I call Julian Jew, J-U, like Juju bean. And then I'll put a little heart on there. And then put a little, you could put a few lines in there to decorate it a little bit, like so, instead of using up all my bling. So we'll have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I could take, like this is a bigger one, so I thought, you know what, I'll do a little bling. See, I'm just randomly going along here. I'll do a little bling, and then I'm going to put like a happy saying on here, like, well, happy St. Patty's Day. So let me get one of my pens out and I'll be back. So this one, I put happy St. Patty's Day, a little bit of decoration. In fact, let me show you the front. Happy St. Patty's Day, add a little bit of decoration. You can do whatever you want, okay? I just wanted to stop and tell you what I'm drinking tonight out of my Up to Show Good cup. Whoever bought me this cup, can you please tell me who you are? Because my friend Jenny said to me, I didn't buy you that. I said, I thought you did. And they're like, oh my God, my subscriber must have sent me this. This is a smoothie. I've been drinking a lot of smoothies thanks to my little BF Mike. And so this one's not my favorite because I ran out of a lot of my fruit. But this is frozen strawberries, a little agave, and some low-fat milk. And it tastes almost like a strawberry milkshake. It's really good. Okay, I'm going to show you a few more. I put, my grandson will love this. This is a silver, these are our, they're not bad, Artistro paints. I thought they were the real good ones, but they're good enough. But I would love to have Artistro. I see a lot of like, let's see, what's her name? Corey. I love her channel. Oh my God, I can't think of her name right now. But anyway, she has this, I'll post it on here when I do this video. She has the, I think they send her paints because she's very popular and I love them. So this one I know Julian will love. Says Dad, and had to have Grandmama on here, which is a little, looks like a little disabled. Grandmom. I gotta fix it right in here. It needs to be cut a little bit. But and then this one here, I just put the bling on. Let me tap it. All right, this is a nice blingy one. Now the little strands of glue, you just want to pull them off because you can't help it when you're putting the hot glue down. So just pull them off. They're like, they remind me of spider webs. So, okay, so I'll tell you the next step. The name of her channel is Crafting with Corey. Fabulous, fabulous channel. You gotta watch her. Okay, now, the next step we're going to do, this is a little, this one really turned out good, didn't it? This is the one that we just cut out. I'm gonna put that aside for now. Okay, the next step, I decided randomly, we got our base made out of the popsicle sticks. What I decided I'm going to do is I pulled out some leftover moss I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to hot glue some of this moss around my base. So I'll show you real quick some of it because we're running really, really long, and I hate doing that because I don't want to bore you guys. I'm just going to hot glue, put some hot glue down. Do it a little bit at a time, not too much at a time, and we're going to press down the moss the best that we can. Okay, so I'm going to do some in each corner of the square. Okay, that's what I've decided to do. Hi everyone, I'm back again. Okay, so what I want to point that I want to make with this craft is you don't have to have a plan. Sometimes, you know how when someone says, hey, you want to go to the beach? And you're like, no, I'm tired, my back hurts, my head hurts, and they force you to go and you have the best time ever. That's how I feel about my crafting. I'll sit here on the couch, back pain, bone pain, and I have to do something. It's just in me. And I start a craft, and I don't have any idea what I'm doing. I just start doing it. One little idea, and I'm rock and rolling. So that's what I'm trying to tell you about this craft. Okay, so far, I hot glued some moss on each corner of this square, okay, with the popsicle sticks. So then I went rooting through my stash of flowers, and I do have quite a few florals. Mostly I have spring. So I found these delicate little white flowers, and I really love these leaves. I love the color in them. And I found this little piece of greenery off of one of my floral picks, and also one little delicate daisy that I found laying there all by itself. So what we're going to do is we are going to hot glue some of these little flowers into the moss, okay? I'll show you a couple, and because I'm running long, I will probably stop the video and stop the video. So you can just put them anywhere you want. I'm just going to randomly place them there with a little bit of hot glue. And I wanted it really like kind of like you know me. I like wispy, elegant. Let's put that little yellow flower there. You can do whatever you want. Now I'm going to work in some of my little white wispy flowers. Aren't they pretty? And I'll be back. Hey, I'm back. I'm getting excited here. First, I was really nervous. Oh, I want to do this, but I'm glad I did. Okay, so my point, another point I want to make, if you don't have things, look at my hair, Jesus. If you don't have things in your stash, there are ways. You don't have to go out and spend, like for a wreath form. Wreath forms are very pricey. I mean, they start at maybe $7, $10 and up, like especially the twig ones. So if you don't have it in your stash, which I don't, make it. So I've been adding some leaves, moss. I'm going to save this for when I do my ribbon. I have an idea. And I think this is so beautiful. I think my daughter's going to love it. So you're like, Cheryl, where are the shamrocks? They're coming. Okay, I'm going to pick out the shamrocks that I want to use, and the rest I'm going to save for another project that I'm working on. And I have this little basket that I had, Janice gave me from my cousin from a church. And I took the handles off of it, and may use them too, and I painted it that pretty green. And we're going to be doing another shamrock centerpiece with this. It's real tiny. It's only like 4 inches, 3 inches long. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add my shamrocks and wherever I see fit. I don't want to overdo it to take away from the beauty of it, but I'm going to start adding my shamrocks. So I'll do one. This is Julian. This one has to go. We're going to put Julian right here. And then I'm going to pick one with his dad. Okay, we'll put that near him. So we're going to put that right here. We're just hot gluing them on. And I'll be back. Okay, everyone. I am like pretty psyched. Here we are. I'm going to turn it around so you can see it. And I'll also take a picture and put it on the wall for you to see. I have Tiffany, mommy in the middle, Julian, his dad, and I chose a big one for Happy St. Patty's Day, and then there's old Granny up there in the corner. And now I'm going to make a hanger. And what I'm going to use, hold on. What I'm going to use, I was really beside myself about this. I was going to use a ribbon. I have some really pretty, I chopped this one up. I love that green. And then I was going to use this ribbon like I used for the one that's hanging on my door. But remember these ears? I'm going to try to, because I think this would look so good, like woodsy, right here. So I'm going to give this a shot and see if I can glue this on there, and I'll be back to show you the results. Also, remember this, I may add this flower somewhere in here, and let's see if it works. Hi everyone, finally I'm back. I wanted you guys to see start to finish how I do a craft, a random craft. Sitting there over on the couch, just having a little light bulb go off about one little tiny thing, and I end up with something completely different or maybe similar to what I had in my mind. And to show you that you really don't need to go buy a million things to make a craft and make it good, because I try to save money every way I can, and I'm very pleased with this, and I think you will be too. This is a random St. Patty's Day craft. It all started with me saying I don't have a wreath for him, but I can do this, and I did it. And the little bunny ears, they are now a handle, so don't throw anything away. I know you can't have too much junk in the house, but if you really think you may use it, or possibly keep it if you're a crafter. I am without a doubt so pleased with this. I can't even believe it myself. So my daughter, I think she's going to love it. The back is not so pretty, but I signed it. Love to Tiff and Jew, the date, and love Grandma. And as you see, you did it step by step with me. I ended up using the bow. I was going to use it. I was going to use it as a bow or a handle, but this turned out perfect. It reminds me of like a little, what do you call those paradise little gardens, fairy garden. I just love it. There is some glue hanging there, but I'll take care of all that. I'm going to take a picture of it hanging up. And I'm just so pleased with it. I have my daughter's name, Dad's, Tiff, Julian's, and the mainstay is, the main focus is Happy St. Patty's Day. So I will put a picture up. I do have some extras, and I'm sorry this ran so long, but I wanted to show you start to finish. And we're gonna have another craft coming up with this little St. Patty's Day basket, because I want a little centerpiece for myself. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Help me get to that 1,000 subscribers so we can make some dough here. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this craft. I hope you can tell that I go from start to finish with a craft, and I do it just from what I have in the house, and I do it from my heart. I'll pray for you. Please pray for me. God bless you. Take care. Hello, Mike.